maybe he's looking for Neil the seal from Tasmania. But there doesn't seem to be any others here. Do you guys remember these? I'm looking and I seriously can't find it.
Hello.
It's that crazy festive season, isn't it?
Yep.
For somebody that doesn't really like Christmas, I've gone a little bit overboard this year, haven't I?
Yep, you're the Christmas Grinch.
Well, I am. I love giving presents, don't get me wrong, but I'm not really into the whole festive thing. But I have gone a bit overboard this year. So, yeah, we're still in the festive season. But we've done just like a crazy thing, and we've landed ourselves in a little coastal town called Kingston.
Yes, SE. I'm still trying to work out what the SE is. Maybe
South
east.
Yeah, I'm thinking southeast, but I don't know. We might just put that below somewhere when we find out.
If you don't know where Kingston is, it's 300 kilometres southeast of Adelaide.
Well, maybe that's it, southeast. But anyway, yeah, we are here. We've hit a bit of a snag, to be honest. We've hit a bit of a snag with the van. Yeah, we have no gas, do we? No, we have no gas.
Well, we do have gas, but the thing is, the connectors and the selector are leaking. I couldn't hear it, Amanda could hear it. So when we turned the gas on at our last location, when we were leaving, she could hear a small hissing. Checked it out, put hot water and soap and it was bubbling around the two connectors, pulled one of the pipes off. Even when the selector was set to one side, it was still pushing gas out the other. There was no way at our last location of staying any longer and getting it fixed. So we got here, we had to check into a caravan park.
Yeah.
I've popped up to see the local gas repair people.
Oh, they're blooming brilliant too,
they
gotta say.
so
the
helpful.
team up there, Kathy and Jody, gotta say, I didn't even think they'd have any parts here, but
yeah, so they've got the two hoses. We're getting a selector freighted here from just outside of Melbourne. They hopefully have it tomorrow.
Fingers crossed.
The gentleman is going to come over. He's going to fit, install and check it all to make sure that everything is working fine.
Yeah.
Just to be on the safe side when you're playing around gas, unless you're actually a qualified gas person, I get it done professionally.
I don't want us to be blowing ourselves up, Mr. B.
Nor the van.
No.
Anyhow, we're here.
We're not off to the greatest start, but we've got to make the most of it.
Yeah, so we're going to be here until we get that fixed.
Yeah.
That is a priority. Otherwise, we would have been down the road at the free RV, well, not free, but down at the RV park.
Well, we're not sure if it's free. I think it's free, but we're not sure. So we're gonna take you there a little bit later on. We're gonna check that out. I really wanted to go there because I heard such good things about it. But we are G'day members. And if I don't think I've told you guys for a little while, just in case you don't have it already, there's a G'day membership. We're actually probably due to renew ours because it's for 2 years for $50. I'm not sure if it's gone up. We've used it a fair bit.
Yeah, but we got it in
Alice Springs when we were there way back when we actually first started travelling.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were able to use that. We're staying at the caravan park, so with our G'day discount, it comes to $34 a night. I'm going to say this park is quite basic. It is across the road from they love to call it here the foreshore.
Yep.
It is very quiet. We literally just landed here yesterday. So yeah, so we're gonna take them for a bit of an adventure.
I'll map a little bit of a day adventure and see what we can get up to.
Yeah, so I've got a few brochures here. We are on what's called the Limestone Coast.
Yes.
Yep, so that's a cool thing. We've got the Cape Jaffa Lighthouse and Cottage Ruins, which we want to go to. There's a beach drive, but it's going to be 4 seasons today, so I don't know if we can actually, or we want to drive on the beach today because it's really quite cold and it looks drizzly. So I'm not sure about doing that.
There has been a fair few storms around here recently, and there's a lot of seaweed up on the beach.
Yeah.
And watching other YouTubers and that, they say a lot in Adelaide that when driving on the beach, if there's seaweed, do be careful because there's usually wet sand underneath and
you totally sink. We actually saw some of that, and it's quite distressing. Like, you literally think you're just driving along a hard surface, and then your car or your 4-wheel drive just it's like a sinkhole.
It is. Yeah.
But anyway, what else have we got to cover? Everything else has been going good, hasn't it?
Yeah, everything's going good.
Yeah, thanks again for all your comments and all your love and support, especially still with G-Dad and Anika. So touch wood, everything's going well back in Queensland for those guys.
Yep.
And we're ready to continue with a bit more of the silly season.
Yeah, digger's going well.
Yeah, no complaints there.
The van, apart from the gas, is going well.
Yeah. You've got to expect things to happen when you do travel full time. If you think that you can travel for long periods of time and have nothing go wrong, you've got your head literally in the sand, because things are going to go wrong and you have to expect it. Yes, some of the things may be a real pain in the you-know-what, because you might be in the middle of nowhere, and we have had that happen previously. It has been a long while now since we have had something go wrong on the road, so hopefully we'll get the gas fixed and we'll be all good.
Well, we'll get the gas fixed before we continue on. So they said they'll either get it done tomorrow or
in the next day or two. We've got to wait for the part.
Yeah.
So we've got to wait for the part. The part's got to come from Melbourne, which is
but I will say,
way, and
I'll get them to put down below who we used.
Yes.
So when you're here, but they were so lovely, so accommodating. Basically jumped online, made a few phone calls, said, yep, we ordered the part, blah, 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 and done. So, yeah. That's
it. So that's pretty much what we've done this morning before we started this episode. So, you know what? I'm going to finish me coffee and we're going to go on an adventure. So if you want to come along with us, like I say, you never know what you're going to end up with. And I reckon we're going to have 4 seasons in one day.
Probably.
All right, let's get cracking. So good. It's not too bad, is it?
No.
Totally random. We didn't actually know that we were even coming here. So are we prepared for this? We're not sure. We're not quite sure where this is going to come out to. But we do have the Max Tracks in the back, and I guess we can air down if needed. And yeah, we've got a winch. So I'm going to say we're 100% prepared.
It is. It's the
Jaffa?
Cape Jaffa Lighthouse cottages.
Does anyone remember those lollies like Jaffas? That's what I keep thinking of.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. B.
So the cottages were built here in 1872. They used to have 3 lighthouse keepers, 2 that were at the Cape Jaffa Lighthouse, which was located 8 kilometres offshore at the Margaret Brock Reef. So 2 used to go out there, 1 used to stay here, used to man the radio and do some duties. The 2 out there, they always had 2. 1 was manning the lighthouse, the other one was doing like painting and stopping rust and that. This was seen as a test posting to see how you would cope with lighthouse duties, because it was not far from town, I suppose you could say, Kingston and stuff. So they tested this to see how isolation would go, and they'll post it out here for a year before they actually got a posting to another lighthouse somewhere. But the lighthouse was dismantled back in 1929, and it was moved back up to Kingston, re-erected there, and is now open to the public, so people can go through and have a look.
And we're going to take you there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. I'm going to say the track wasn't too bad coming in.
No.
I guess you need to be prepared for conditions, but we had no idea. If you were going to be in a little car, you probably would have bottomed out a bit.
Yeah. My thing is, you got to look at the conditions that you're going to come into. So I'd already had a bit of a look, and some people have put reviews that you don't come here in a 2-wheel car because you're going to get a little bit stuck.
Yeah.
But if you've got a 4B, I just threw it in a 4-high just for shits and giggles. Could have come in 2-wheel drive, but
I reckon we could have come in reverse.
Yeah, the thing is, when you go to beaches and soft sand areas, you just got to have a look at the conditions. Air down if you need to. Have your max tracks ready. If you got a winch, mate, all that sort of good stuff.
Yeah.
If you deliberately go out and get yourself stuck, then you're an idiot.
Well, I think there are a lot of idiots. There's a lot of idiots out there that just keep getting bogged and... From where we left you, we went up the road. I tell you, Mr. B, he's got me covered. We've pulled into one of the wineries. We did actually want to go to the Jaffa winery because we sort of felt like, we were at Cape Jaffa, we want to go to the Jaffa winery. However, it was shut. So we've come to this one, haven't we?
Yeah.
This one I think is called Norfolk Rise. It looks stunning. Look at this. Hedged lavender. Oh, it smells so pretty too. Beautiful. So I guess, what do you do when you're at a winery? Yep, you go to the cellar door and taste the wine. good was Norfolk Rise?
Mm.
Honestly, guys, if you get the opportunity and you're down here near Jaffa, oh my goodness, you have to stop into this place.
Yep.
Absolutely amazing. It is 100% family owned, and the variety, I know that Mr. B is not a wine drinker, but we'll get to you in a second, Mr. B. The collection that they have here, outstanding. So I did a wine tasting. There were 6 of my choice. There was a big list that you could choose from, and they even included that to be in their premier
Maritime range.
Which was absolutely stunning. Yes, I didn't leave empty-handed. I chose the Pinot Grigio, which is definitely one of my favorites. However, I did love some of the other collections, being the Riesling. There goes the tractor. The tractor's going off into the farm. The farm here is set on a really like big block. They've got across the road as well, and to the sides.
It's been here since
2000s.
2000, yeah. So yeah, 24 years, 25 years.
Absolutely lovely. I'm going to say that it is more intimate here. It's not one of those wineries that you got to go to and you got to be forgotten about. All the questions I asked in regards to the history here, Nick gave us a full update on everything from every wine that we sampled.
Yep.
Mr. B, what did you have?
Mulberry ice cream.
Yes, and how cool is this one? The mulberries are actually grown just across the road on the farm near the vineyard.
They are, and it was a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10?
Delicious.
That's good, Mr. B. You must have enjoyed it.
I did.
I've got to say, you did have a lot of ice cream in that cone. They definitely didn't skimp on the cream here.
Nope.
That's for sure. I also tried the olives, which were amazing. I know that you're not really an olive eater, but you did try. What did you think?
Yeah, a bit salty.
They were the bomb. He's got no idea. He just likes his ice cream. And the other thing that they did bring out were some beautiful local salted nuts, which were from Adelaide, and they were good as well. So
the walnuts were pretty good, but they had a little
you could do platters here as well. They do platters. Yeah,
the walnuts had it tasted like it was barbecue.
It's sort of like a char taste.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
They were really good.
It was really good.
Honestly, if we hadn't have stopped earlier and had a bite to eat, I would have had a platter. So they do have platters here as well. I will, as usual, flick all the details below in the comments. Not in the comments, in the description. I think I've had a couple too many of my tastings already. And the tastings are $10. And if you decide that you would like to purchase a bottle, then the tastings are free. Love it. Alrighties. On that note, if I've forgotten anything about the winery, I reckon just flick it in the comments or contact the guys direct here. Highly recommend.
Yep.
Where are we going now?
I don't know. Mount Benson.
Mount Benson. Well, Nick was telling us, because I had the question about Norfolk Rise. On the bottle it said Mount Benson, and I was like, well, where's Mount Benson? Yeah, it's that way.
It's a little bit of a I'd say it's probably the smallest mountain in the world. It's like a bit of dirt.
I think, am I going to get altitude sickness?
Yeah, probably.
Well, you know what? Lucky I've got my bottle of wine. Lucky. I'm going to stick it in the back of the fridge in the back of Digger, and we're going to Mount Benson.
Where is it?
I'm looking and I seriously can't find it.
We're looking for Mount Benson, but I put it in on the map and it just took me to some crossroads. It didn't look very high.
Well, I'm confused.
There's a little Mount Hillcrest over there that has a tower on it.
Is it over there?
Unless we're on top of Mount Benson here. And
Maybe we are.
And it's just a...
Maybe we are.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's not a very big mountain, but...
It isn't. It isn't. Well, I guess like Nick said...
It's a speed bump.
Nick said it was literally a speed bump.
Yeah.
So we left the beautiful Norfolk Rise.
Yep.
Looking for Mount Benson, and all we could find was the Mount Benson Hall. But we are in Mount Benson wine region.
We are.
So I'm confused.
Maybe the whole area is a mountain.
I don't know, but we're here. We're at the hall. It's the best it's gonna get, isn't it?
Yep.
So I guess we ain't climbing any mountains today, Mr. B.
Nope.
All right.
Let's kick on. Back where we started.
Well, not far. Literally a hop, skip and a jump from the caravan park.
But we're back here at the Cape Jaffa Lighthouse. It was actually it started operating in 1872, which was 14 years before the Statue of Liberty and 17 years before the Eiffel Tower were built.
Well, that's an interesting fact.
It was decommissioned in 1973 and it was transported and shipped here using helicopter between 1974 and 1975, and then on the 24th of January 1976 it was officially handed over to the National Trust.
Ah, that's interesting. You're full of information today.
I am.
The thing that I love about it, and we're going to show you in a minute, the thing that I love about it, where we were earlier at the ruins, which was at the cottages,
Yes.
or the ruins of the cottages, this bad boy was actually
8 kilometres.
located, 8 kilometres out from that point.
Margaret Brook Reef.
Exactly. So, do you want to have a gaze? Do you want to have a gaze at the Cape Jaffa Lighthouse? Right. Well, here she is. I'm thinking personally, it would have been more spectacular 8 kilometres out at sea.
Yep.
Yeah. But
Waves
anyway.
crashing over it.
Oh, that would have been epic. Imagine that. But I guess they relocated it. It's here. It is a bit of history that you can come and visit and see when you are in Kingston.
Yep.
They do tours here as well. I'm thinking, oh, actually we've got information here, so we'll read it out. The tours go for about 45 minutes. I think they're about $15. Is it $15?
Adults and $7.
7
5
for
to 17.
7 for kids if you've got kids. And yeah, I guess they give you a bit of a rundown on what it does, and
It does say it's a
stuff
high
like
risk
that.
activity because of the amount of stairs.
High risk? Oh, jeez.
They wouldn't want to
Righto.
fall down stairs.
Well, no, I wouldn't mind doing it. I wouldn't mind doing it if I could get up the top there when it's dark and put that big light on. Now, if I could do that, I'd do the tour. But anyway, oh, it's getting cold now. It is getting cold. We have definitely had 4 seasons. There's clouds coming over. There's a few more things that we want to show you, so we're going to jump back in Digger, I reckon. We've had a really good day so far. Hope you've been loving the adventures. But yeah, I think, Mr. B, is there rain coming?
Maybe.
Ah, look. I think there is. Can we go and show them where the free camp is?
Where's the free camp?
I'm not sure. We're going to map it. I do believe, well, we knew that there was free camp here, but because we ran into our issues, we couldn't camp there. So that's why we're at the caravan park. But we might actually see if we can find free camp to show you what that has to offer in the town of Kingston. Told you guys a porky, you have to pay.
Well, I thought it was free as well, but yes, so it's $20 per 2 nights.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's low cost camping.
Well, that's $10 a night.
Yeah.
Maximum of 6 nights.
Mm-hmm.
There is to be no camping in a car or a tent, but you obviously can have rooftop, camper vans, caravans, motorhomes.
I'm going to say there's a good amount of people here, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And it's actually a really good spot. So this is the ticketing. It's got a tap This is brilliant.
It does say that it's regularly patrolled, and if you don't have your ticket, you will get a fine.
Well, good. And I totally agree. Like, traveling full time, yes, we all want a free camp, we all want a bargain, but you know what? Places like this are not going to be like this if you don't bloomin' pay.
Correct.
So you know what, people? If you're going to places and you're not paying, you're doing the wrong thing, because this is probably one of the better low-cost camps that we've actually seen. Like, literally across the road from the beautiful Southern Ocean.
Yep.
Like, it's stunning. What's even over here? I reckon they've...
Toilets, there's barbecues.
There's playground.
Skate park.
You've got all of this information here as well. Oh, there's even a little a library. How cute is this? Oh, look at this, guys. I love me a little local library. Ugh. How good is that? Love it. Oh my goodness, look what's in here. Hold the door please, Mr. B. Look what's in here. Hang on. Do you guys remember these?
That's old school.
Let me know in the comments. Do you guys still have a cassette player at home? Because if you do, you can get cassettes here. But wait, there's more. How good's this? Love it. So good. There you go. I love the book libraries. Yeah, we're still in the festive season, so they've decorated a little bit. They've put the little cutouts here and stuff like that. So yeah, good on you, Kingston. Absolutely brilliant. And I mean, look at all the vans that are here. It's absolutely. I mean, there's got
a sign saying caravan park 1 kilometre.
That's so funny. Look at this side. That's where we are. Oh well, we were meant to be here, but hey, we're at the caravan park. All things happen for a reason. At least we weren't in the middle of the outback, so we'll get our gas fixed, and then we'll be off in the direction that we'll want to be, won't we?
Yeah.
But yeah, I reckon that's absolutely gorgeous. So
Yep.
nice, such a good spot. Hey, there could be worse places to be camped, eh?
They could, and over the weekend, it's supposed to be in the high 30s. So these guys are going to be loving it.
Yeah, so good. I'm going to be loving it. I can't wait for a day that's 30. I'm hanging out. I'm freezing. I have had my puffer on at some points of today. I've still got my jumper on, and I am getting really cold. So
It was a little bit warm yesterday because I put the aircon on.
well, that was yesterday. Oh, it's today.
Yeah, I know, right?
Alrighty, we're getting back in digger, and you know what? We'll see you guys in the morning. We are starting off the day, yeah, somewhere a bit quirky, isn't it?
The big lobster.
Yoo! Look at this. Hey. Is it a rock lobster? A big lobster? It's blooming huge. I reckon we could actually park the van under that. Don't you reckon?
Yeah, maybe.
How cool would that be? This is the Big Lobster in Kingston. It's pretty cool. I don't know too many stats about it, so what I might do is put that down the bottom when I find out. But it's bloomin' huge. And guess what? You can have lobster, you can have fish and chips, you can have everything here.
Yep.
I didn't realise how many lobsters, or crays, depends on, but I mean they're the same thing, really, aren't they?
Well, no.
Well,
one's
they
a
are.
lobster, one's a crayfish.
I think they're the same. But anyway, this town is full of them. But anyway, I think we're going to have to hold on to our hats.
Yep.
It's a bit windy. We are sort of half dressed for the beach. And you've said you're taking me to the beach.
Yeah, we'll go to the granite,
Yeah.
or the granites, which are rocks on the beach.
Oh, that sounds good.
People seem to park there. I've seen some photos. People park the car up on the rocks.
Ah, that sounds all right.
And then after that, we might pop down to Pink Beach.
Yeah. Is it pink?
I don't know. It's just called Pink Beach.
I like pink.
And then we might do the Kingston Scenic Drive.
Sounds bonza. Sounds bonza.
And then this afternoon, because I would have been on the beach, I'm going to wash the car.
Okay. Alrighty. Do you want to see a little bit around the lobster? Let's go for a walk around the lobster. He actually looks pretty scary. What do you reckon? Tell me. Put it in the comments below. Are you scared of the lobster? Like, he's huge. To Pink's Beach. I'm going to say Pink's Beach pretty much from where we're staying in at Kingston's only like, I don't know, give or take not even 10 minutes. It's actually a really nice drive. I'm loving the scenery. But anyway, we will
air down.
I think we've got to air down. I think it'd be interesting if we didn't air down.
Yeah.
Do you guys reckon we should be airing down? We're just on Pink's Beach. I think this guy's a bit lost. I think maybe he's looking for Neil the seal from Tasmania. But there doesn't seem to be any others here. Oh my God, I can't believe this. Like, I can't believe it. Can you, like, seriously?
Look at him, he's having a roll.
I can't believe we've just witnessed this. I'm just gonna watch him for a little bit. I honestly had no idea I was gonna see a seal on the beach today. Oh, I think he's going back. I think he's going back in. Oh, he's having a roll. I think he's having a roly-poly. What are you doing, buddy? I can see his teeth.
Here he is.
Oh my
He'll
God.
probably come back in once we go.
I can't believe it. Did you see him roll over and he like had a little roll and he opened his mouth and I could see his teeth. Like this is, honestly, there's nothing staged about this. He is just living his best life. Oh my goodness, that was amazing. What a beautiful experience.
Lucky I spotted him.
Yeah, I was like, there's so much seaweed on here, but I was sort of thinking, oh my goodness, I think that seaweed was moving. He's just playing. Aww, adorable.
He's probably come away from the sharks.
Yeah. Everywhere. There's like, even this one. Oh, this one's a bit slimy. Like, look. I don't know. If you know why it's called Pink's Beach, put it in the comments below. It's absolutely stunning and we're the only ones here. I think it's not far to go and we will end up at Cape Jaffa. And is it Cape Jaffa? That way. I think we must be close because I think it was about 17k. Yep. So we must be close. I reckon that's why it's called Pink Beach. All that seaweed is pink. I've never seen anything like it. It's incredible. This beach just keeps giving and giving. I'm still rattled after that.
Bet you might sing it.
Oh my goodness. What's the chances of seeing a seal? He literally, I know I'm banging on about it again, but he was literally right there in front of the Hilux.
I just was speaking to a local who was taking his dogs for a walk, and he said a lot of seals have come in because of the big storm they had last week. A lot of pelicans and seals and stuff will come closer to the shore, so
yeah, maybe it was our lucky day. I did pack some sangers. Yeah, we probably need to go grocery shopping, but you know what, Mr. B, gotta love him. He's just like this morning, just pack me Vegemite sangers. I feel like those.
No wrong Vegemite sanger.
Yeah, so we've made it to the I guess the cutting area, which was literally not far from when I left you before. And the other thing was, we actually decided not to air down, didn't we? We looked at the beach and we sort of thought, it actually doesn't look too bad. And if we wanted to air down, or we needed to air down, we would have done it on the way. So yeah, we didn't air down. But we're going to sit here for a little bit, have our sangers, and I reckon we take the scenic drive back along the beach. Yep. So we've just had the sangers and we're making our way back down. And I kid you not, he's actually back. He is back. Here he is. He's just going to go in front of the Hilux.
I'm going to go past him and let him be.
Well, just let's stop and say goodbye. It must be his usual spot.
See you later, mate.
Yeah. Hey, buddy.
See you later. We'll leave you alone.
So he's fit and healthy.
Yep.
And I think that's his little spot.
Yep.
Yeah, so beautiful. So we sat and watched him for a little bit and then we said goodbye.
Yep, he's headed towards the water, and once we drove off, because I said to Amanda, let's go, not interrupt him.
Yeah.
And as soon as we drove off, he was sitting in the water and then he turned around and walked back up towards the beach. So
But we just had, it was funny because we just had a chat just before that going like, you really got to keep your eyes peeled because of the big mounds of seaweed. It could be a seal.
Could be.
Yeah. Crazy. All right, well, we're going to continue our tourist drive back from Jaffa down to Kingston and see what else we can find on the way.
Yep.
I don't know if anything's going to top the seal.
No.
Oh dear.
Oh, penguin might.
Penguin? I don't think we'll see a penguin here, but you never know.
How was your beach drive?
Like a boss. I need to air down with the Mickey T's.
No, they were good. They were good.
Digger's nice and clean now, isn't he?
Yep.
He is fresh, sand free, salt water free, and you know what happened when we were at the car wash? Yep, I got a phone call. The parts are in.
He's here.
Is he here already?
Yep.
Yeah, look at this. Woohoo! What service?
I'll just pull over here.
Hey, look. He's even beaten us. We're getting the van fixed. Hopefully we'll have gas. Let's go check it out. You beat us to it, buddy.
Hey mate, how you going?
Look at that. Fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed.
Kieran. I'm my wife, Amanda.
There's Kieran. Say hello to the fans, Kieran.
There you go.
Hey, let's see. How good's this? Friday afternoon.
Yeah, I know, right?
Friday afternoon, and we're tools on. How good's this? Tell you what, guys, if you need something done, you got to come to Kingston. You can get parts delivered from Melbourne, and quick as a flash, we are going to get gas back on. And then I reckon it'll be beer o'clock for Kieran.
Yep.
Yep. Friday RV. I know I was going to have a vino too, but I'm a bit excited about having this done. Look at that, like a boss. See, now I'm not going to be gassed out, and I'm going to be able to, we can go off grid now.
Yep.
How's that?
Perfect.
Let's get out of this caravan park.
Yep.
And load all that man stuff back in there, hey?
He said don't put that on
Righto.
because it's
Ah,
too tight.
yep. You know what? I think we're finished. I think we've had enough. I think all that else can happen today because we've had such good days. I think you need a tinny and I need a vino.
You know the only thing that could be happen today?
Oh, what?
We could die.
What? What are you saying that for?
Well, you said what's the worst that can happen?
That's not going to happen because the gas is fixed and we're not going to. We're not. We're not. I can't believe you just said that. No, I'm saying we can have a tinny now and a vino, and yeah, I reckon we might say goodbye to you guys.
Hang on, you know why I say that the worst thing going to happen is that you can die?
Why?
Because when I was in the military, people used to go, so what's the worst thing that could happen? And I could go, well, you could die. And they go, well, there's 20 other steps before you die. And I'm like, let's just go straight to dead. That's the worst that can happen.
You're from one extreme to the other. Like, have you noticed this? Like, he can be so quiet and then he's just like full on, like. Anyway, can you just say goodbye to everybody? Because it's time for me to have a vino.
Are we ending the video?
Yep, we've had enough. We've done enough. We've seen enough. And you know what? I'm going to have a glass of that beautiful Norfolk Rise. You need to stop now because we don't need to do any more of that. And we hope you've loved Kingston.
Yeah.
It's been a little bit of a journey, I guess, from this lemon gas to being ended up in the caravan park, not where we wanted to go, but hey, we got Digger on the beach and
Seen seal.
we're going to call him Nigel because I feel like Neil's definitely from Tassie.
Well, supposedly Neil the seal's been back down in Tassie.
Well, yeah.
My sister lives down in Tassie and she said there's been reports of Neil's been on the highway. He's been banging on people's doors.
Yeah,
Because he actually crosses a highway. There's one house there and he actually gets up on his back, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And he slams into the door.
Absolutely, 100%. That's down, if you want to check it out as well, Dun Alley. Beautiful place in Tassie. We have done an episode on Neil, so if you want to check it out, that seems like so long ago. But good old Neil.
Yeah.
Alrighty. I'm going to say we are going to be still in South Australia. We are going to be around here for a little while. I guess since the rush of legging it into South Australia for the silly season. So yeah, we are going to be here for a little while. So come along on our journey and yeah, see where you map us to around South Australia.
Well, so go on adventures, have fun. Please, when you're out there, and especially during this crazy holiday season, please be safe.
Yeah, and we'll see you next episode.